Jungkook's birthday celebration in Seoul was already expected to be extraordinary, but no one could have predicted the precise moment that shattered expectations, silenced the noise of thousands, and left an entire global fandom suspended between shock and awe. Lisa appeared with a gift. The instant she stepped forward, carrying a small package wrapped with deliberate care, the night transformed from a mere celebration into a cultural spectacle that analysts, fans, and entertainment observers will be dissecting for years to come. What exactly was inside that gift? And why did the atmosphere change so drastically the second it was revealed that Lisa was the one holding it? The questions multiplied faster than answers could arrive, amplifying the intensity of an event that was already historic. Seoul itself seemed to anticipate something unprecedented. In the days leading up to Jungkook's birthday, the city was transformed into a living gallery of admiration. Towering billboards radiated his name, LED screens illuminated the night with personalized messages, and cafes redesigned their entire interiors as tributes. The most striking element was a 6-meter statue, a bold gesture that signified not only the scale of fan devotion but also the ability of collective enthusiasm to reshape urban space. This wasn't just fandom, it was architectural emotion, physical proof of intangible loyalty. Yet, as overwhelming as the environment already was, it could not rival the tension that surged when Lisa entered the stage. The psychology of surprise dictates that the human brain is most captivated by disruption of expectation. Fans anticipated Jungkook's performances, speeches, and ceremonial moments. What they did not anticipate was Lisa herself walking into the spotlight. The shock wasn't only visual, it was neurological. Gasps, screams, and tears converged into one collective response, a moment that underscored how anticipation and surprise are the twin engines of unforgettable experiences. In that instant, it no longer mattered whether people were in the venue or watching through a screen on the other side of the world. Everyone felt the jolt of history being written in real time. The birthday cake, already a centerpiece with its golden embellishments and towering presence, became a backdrop the moment Lisa stepped forward. Her presence eclipsed every detail that had been so meticulously arranged. She didn't need pyrotechnics or elaborate choreography. She carried the kind of gravitational pull that turns seconds into eternity. With a gift in hand, she commanded silence without asking for it, shifting the audience from chaos to stillness with nothing more than presence. This is where entertainment transcends performance. It becomes pure narrative power. What could the gift possibly symbolize? Was it an intimate object meant only for Jungkook's eyes, or a public statement designed to fuel speculation? The mystery intensified the spectacle. Fans strained to decipher details. The wrapping, the way Lisa held it, even the expression on Jungkook's face as he received it. Every micro-gesture became magnified into global conversation. This is the essence of scarcity-driven intrigue. The less revealed, the greater the value of speculation. Entire threads across social platforms erupted into theory-making, proving once again that in the attention economy, mystery is the ultimate currency. The lights dimmed at precisely the right moment, heightening the drama. Then, screens flared with birthday messages for Jungkook, designed with such grandeur and precision that they rivaled the staging of high-fashion runways or cinematic premieres. But those images, as dazzling as they were, existed only to frame the tension surrounding Lisa's presence. Entertainment strategists often emphasize the importance of timing, when to reveal, when to hold back, when to let the audience's imagination do the work. Lisa's approach followed that principle with almost surgical perfection. The collective gasp of disbelief was not accidental. It was engineered by the convergence of fan culture, stagecraft, and timing. Jungkook himself, standing at the center of the storm, embodied the dual role of recipient and spectacle. When he accepted the gift, the cameras captured not just the exchange, but the ripple effect it generated. Fans wept, laughed, and speculated simultaneously, Unable to decide whether the greater story was the object itself or the collaboration of presence between two of the most influential figures in K-pop, by the time Lisa leaned closer to Jungkook, whispering something inaudible, the audience erupted again. Silence followed by eruption, anticipation followed by release. These cycles kept the night alive like a carefully constructed symphony. What did she say? Was it personal encouragement, a private joke, or something more layered? The lack of clarity ensured that discussions would extend far beyond the venue, guaranteeing that the event's narrative lived on in endless digital circulation. At moments, the intensity gave way to laughter, such as when stubborn candles reignited themselves, creating a brief interruption of levity. The laughter was not a distraction. It was a necessary release of tension, a reminder that even amid spectacle, authenticity matters. Both Jungkook and Lisa laughed, creating a rare intersection between the monumental and the human. This balance, where scale meets intimacy, is the hallmark of a truly successful entertainment moment. As the evening reached its conclusion, the sense of transformation was undeniable. Fans did not leave merely having attended a birthday party. They left carrying the weight of having witnessed a phenomenon. The contents of Lisa's gift remained secondary to the larger symbolism. The real gift was the collective experience, the surprise, the unity, the suspense, and the emotion that bound thousands of individuals into one synchronized heartbeat. It was proof that entertainment, at its highest form, is not about material exchange, but about narrative construction and the aftermath. The conversation did not fade, it multiplied. Media outlets analyzed the event, marketers studied it as a case study, and fans replayed it endlessly, searching for clues and hidden meanings. This is the true return on investment in entertainment. Moments that refuse to dissolve, moments that demand to be re-experienced. What Lisa gave Jungkook remains wrapped in mystery, but what she gave the world was clarity. The understanding that the greatest spectacles are not planned in press releases, but lived in the shocks that silence a crowd. And so, the question lingers, echoing across fandoms and industries alike. What was inside that gift? Perhaps the contents will one day be revealed, or perhaps they will remain forever hidden. But in the calculus of cultural memory, the answer may not matter. Because the real power lies not in revelation, but in the anticipation itself, the space between question and answer, where imagination thrives and legends are born. Jungkook's birthday in Seoul was expected to be remarkable, but no one foresaw the exact moment that turned the celebration into a global headline. Lisa arrived with a gift. The instant she appeared, the atmosphere shifted dramatically. Fans who had filled the city with towering billboards, glowing LED messages, and even a 6-meter statue suddenly froze as one of the most anticipated yet unexpected encounters unfolded. The 3-tier golden cake was dazzling, yet it faded into the background the moment Lisa stepped forward. Cameras surged, fans screamed, and the world held its breath as she handed Jungkook a carefully wrapped package. What was inside? The mystery amplified the spectacle, sparking endless speculation online. Some argued it must be deeply personal, others believed it symbolic, while many insisted the true gift was the moment itself. The surprise, the gasp, the unity. In that second, entertainment transcended performance, transforming into a memory that fans will analyze and relive for years.